I'm being dispatched to a resident's house for a patient with difficulty breathing. According to dispatch information, patient is Spanish speaking only and was found on side of house by co-worker while mowing his lawn. Arriving upon the scene. My scene is safe. PPPs are on. Okay. According to the nature of the call, trauma could be involved just as well as there can be internal organs. But according to this, should be nature of injury, which is difficulty breathing. I'm going to go ahead and call ALS for backup. ALS backup to house 359 Gallup, Cole Street. ALS is on its way. Looking at the scene, no trauma is involved. Sir, can you tell me what happened? Why would led up to these events? Papito, me no know. Me found me co-worker. He was mowing his lawn. Papi no speak English, no English. Un poquito English, papito. All of a sudden, papi just on the ground, holding his throat. Me don't know nothing about them, papito. Nothing. Help me, amiga. Help me, amigo. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that information. So he speaks Spanish only. Sí, yes, Spanish only, papito. This is America. Sí. Thank you, papi. Thank you. General impression, I see a young Hispanic male who appears to be conscious but very anxious, signs of dyspnea, holding his throat. Altered mental status at this point. Chief complaint, respiratory distress. I'm going to look and assess patient's airway. Airway seems to be patent, but there's obvious signs of swelling of lips and tongue. Could be obstructing his breathing, right? I'm going to go ahead. I do hear signs of wheezing, so I'm going to take a further look of his wheezing. I do hear signs of diminished wheezing. Sounds as though patient has respiratory distress in all fields. Okay, I do see his using his accessory muscles, abnormal breathing pattern at this point. Signs of poor perfusion. I'm going to go ahead and check patient's skin. Patient's skin is pale, showing signs of hypoxia, poor perfusion. Go ahead and check patient's temperature. Temperature appears normal, 98.6. Normal temperature. I'm going to go ahead and ask my partner to go ahead and administer 15 liters of oxygen via BVM at a rate of 15 liters of oxygen via non-breathing mask, right, at a rate of 10 to 12 breaths per minute. Can you go ahead and oxygenate the patient for me, please, while I go ahead and do a secondary assessment on the patient, head to toe. I'm looking for signs of trauma. No signs of trauma with head, eyes, reactive to light. Patient is still breathing. Okay, reactive and restricts with light. There's also, like I said, profound swelling of lips and tongue, neck. I do see a bee stinger. Patients continue to breathe. I'm going to go ahead and scrape it off. Put it in a paper and wrap it. Bee stinger. Patient is reactive. Okay. Assess patient chest. I do see signs of cyanosis. Patient's chest. Also on patient's finger. Abdomen. I'm going to assess the patient abdomen in her 4 quadrants. 1, 2, 3, 4. No signs of distension. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and look at patient's pelvis. No crepitus to joints of muscles. Upper extremities. No signs of crepitus to joints of muscles. Lower extremity. No signs of crepitus to joint muscles. I'm going to go ahead and do PMS. Okay. I do feel a radial pulse. I also feel pulse here as well. Okay. Sir, can you go ahead? Squeeze. Very weak squeeze. Motor. I'm going to touch you. Finger if you feel it. Patient's hair sign. So PMS is intact at this point. I'm going to assess patient's vital signs. Starting with blood pressure. Put cuff on. Unable to get a blood pressure, pulse rate. Blood pressure reads 60 over P. Signs of shock. Pulse rate, heart rate, oxygen rate at this point. Assess. Looking at reading. Heart rate 144. Signs of tachycardia. Patient showing signs of shock. GCS 6. Patient not responding, does not respond to speech, verbal, but as I touch the patient, is withdrawing from pain. And assess patient respiration rate. I still had diminished breathing in all fields. Respiration rate 22 breaths per minute. This patient has signs of shock. We're going to go ahead and load the patient onto ambulance for rapid transport. Okay? I'm going to ask my partner to bag the patient, continue with oxygen therapy, but we're going to switch from a non-breathing mask to a BVM at a rate of 10 to 12 breaths per minute using 15 liters of oxygen. Partner begins bagging. While my partner is bagging, I'm going to go ahead and keep the patient warm with a blanket. Keep the patient supine. I'm going to go ahead and call med control for standing orders to administer epinephrine. Yes, I do have a patient signs of respiratory distress. I'm calling for standing orders to administer epinephrine. There's no signs of heart problem. Okay. Patient does have heart rate of 144 at this point. Patient has signs of respiratory distress. Standing orders giving at this point. Thank you. Sir, I'm going to go ahead and deliver an epi shot. This is called a epi autoinjector. You may feel signs of sting. Okay. It helps to reverse signs of histamine which you're experiencing. Okay, and helps to dilate the lungs for more effective breathing. Okay, you may feel signs of heart rate may become to speed up a little faster than normal. You may continue to feel a little anxious and restless, but I'm going to go ahead and verify that is epinephrine 0.3 milligrams 1 to 1,000 concentration. I'm going to administer it into your right lateral thigh. Okay, it is like 12:10, so it's the right dose, right patient. I'm going to go ahead and administer this. You'll feel a little sting. Hold for 10 seconds. Ooh. Okay, epinephrine delivered at 12:10, right lateral thigh. Okay. It is clear. Okay, to Mr. R. I'm going to wait for 5 minutes to see if there's any type of adverse effects or any type of allergies. 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do my reassessment. Airway still remains patent. This patient is still being bagged. Okay. Breathing. Assess patient breathing once again. Keep patient warm. Breathing at this point, 20 breaths per minute, which is in normal range. Airway is patent. No signs of cyanosis. Looking at patient's skin. Blood pressure. Blood pressure reading. 110 over 70. Vital signs are being stabilized. There's still signs of tachycardia. Well, that can also be a side effect of the epinephrine. Patient now SpO2 95% BVM. Oh, patient is reactive, getting a little anxious and nervous. Sir, can you hear me? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Bien, bien, bien. ¿Dónde es tú? ¿Dónde es tú? ¿Dónde es tú? Mi familia. ¿Por qué? What happened? Papi. Excuse me, sir. We found you. You were having your coworker found you on the side, so you weren't breathing, so we load you in the ambulance and we deliver to you some epinephrine for you to be able to breathe. So it's gonna be okay. We'll be able to call family members as soon as possible. Okay. So take it easy. It's okay. Now I'm glad that you're okay and responding. Anybody you like to call? I understand you don't know English, but tranquilo, tranquilo. Mi español un poquito. So bueno, papi. In ambulance. Sí. Okay. While taking care of the patient, my partner's going to call and do his radio report while delivering patient. Med Unit 1, 1, 2, 3, ready to report? Yes, Med Unit 1 responding to 32-year-old Hispanic male with respiratory distress experiencing signs of anaphylaxis. Okay, patient is Spanish speaking only. Upon arrival, patient had altered mental status, holding his throat, unable to speak. He is Spanish speaking only. There were signs of respiratory distress. Patient was very anxious. Um, Oxygen was administered 12 liters via non-breathing mask. As patient was assessed for secondary, we found signs of respiratory distress, so we increased the patient breathing from non-breathing mask to a BMV. Okay. Um, Med control was called to administer zero point 0.3 milligrams of epinephrine into patient right lateral thigh, 1 to 1,000 concentration at 12:05. There was no allergic reaction. There was wheezing and diminished breathing in all fields after epinephrine 5 minutes. Patient breathing is clear in all fields. Okay, patient is a bit anxious but alert and conscious. Patient's GCS score is 15. Um, we Yes, patient's placed in supine. There were signs of shock. Blanket was placed over patient. Are there any questions or any orders from me at this time? Then we'll see you at approximately 12:45. Thank you.